Alex Mercer rubbed his temples as he stepped into his dimly lit office overlooking New Orleans' bustling streets. Another exhausting day in court, another case won, yet he felt no satisfaction, just a hollow emptiness. Approaching his mahogany desk, Alex noticed something out of place. A crisp envelope, ivory-colored and sealed with wax, lay perfectly centered. His curiosity piqued. He picked it up. There was no stamp, no return address, only his name elegantly handwritten in dark ink. Opening it, he unfolded the thick paper inside. The message was simple, but cryptic. Your presence is requested tonight at the Scarlet Hour in the French Quarter. Midnight. Discretion advised. As midnight drew near, Alex found himself walking through the shadow-draped streets of the French Quarter. Streetlights cast eerie glows across cobblestones slick from a recent rain. Music spilled from bars, mingling with whispers of tourists and locals alike. He finally stopped at an unassuming door marked only by a subtle scarlet glow, the Scarlet Hour. Taking a deep breath, he stepped inside. The bar was enveloped in velvet darkness, accented by flickering candlelight and smooth jazz drifting lazily through the smoky air. The patrons turned briefly toward Alex, their gazes oddly intense, almost predatory, before quickly returning to their whispered conversations. Feeling out of place, Alex approached the bar, where a bartender with an unsettling charm smiled warmly. "Welcome, Mr. Mercer," the bartender said, his voice smooth as silk.
"I'm Lucien. We've been expecting you."
Before Alex could question him, Lucien placed an antique crystal glass filled with deep red wine in front of him, whispering cryptically, "Fate often presents itself at the bottom of a glass." Alex barely sipped the strange, enticing vintage when he sensed eyes upon him. Turning slowly, he caught sight of a woman seated in a shadowy corner booth, her presence magnetic and inescapable. Her dark, penetrating gaze never wavered. With a graceful nod, she invited him closer. Intrigued yet cautious, Alex moved toward her, drawn inexplicably. As he took a seat opposite her, she introduced herself simply as Isabella. Her voice carried a mysterious allure, matching her captivating eyes. She leaned closer, her expression grave as she revealed personal secrets Alex had buried deeply, dark moments from his past that no one should have known. Unease settled in Alex's chest, his pulse quickening. "Who are you, and how do you know these things?" he demanded quietly, anxiety edging his voice. Isabella's expression softened into something between sympathy and warning. "Be careful, counselor," she whispered ominously, her eyes narrowing slightly.
Not everything in this city rests quietly beneath the soil. Her cryptic warning hung in the air as suddenly frantic screams pierced the jazz-filled atmosphere, shattering the fragile tranquility.
Alex jumped to his feet, Isabella momentarily forgotten, and rushed outside onto the rain-slickened street. A small crowd gathered around something lying still in the middle of the road. Pushing through the onlookers, Alex's heart froze. There lay a man, pale and lifeless, eyes open in a frozen expression of horror. His neck bore two unmistakable puncture wounds, fresh blood tracing thin crimson lines down his pale skin. Fear surged through Alex, instinctively drawing his eyes back toward the bar. Isabella had vanished, her booth now empty, but Lucien stood calmly in the doorway, watching the commotion with an unsettling smile. Alex shivered, dread sinking into his bones. He felt his reality shifting, spinning out of control. Suddenly, a firm hand seized Alex's shoulder from behind, fingers gripping him with unnatural strength. He spun around, breath catching sharply in his throat as he met two luminous, glowing eyes. A voice like ice whispered chillingly, close to his ear, sending a chill down his spine.
"Welcome to the real French Quarter, Mr. Mercer."